city. So yes, we have a lot of plans in the pipeline. It's not finished yet.
Well, you seem to know what to do, so that's a good thing. Now you've been investing a lot in infrastructure, but what about the shared mobility, for example, the bikes? When I was a student, we used to walk or use the VILLO bikes, amazing. However, it's been a long time since I was a student, and the VILLO bikes are still kind of like the same and haven't really innovated with time. Even though the pricing is good, they have the best locations in Brussels, to be honest. It's perfect, but the quality is not as good as in Antwerp. Because I had Koen Kennis on the podcast as well, and he explained about the VILLO in Antwerp, the investments they were doing to also like other neighborhoods that are less well off. I was wondering if Brussels also had, some plans for VILLO, because I know VILLO implemented electric bikes a few years ago, but they did not end up as it was supposed to be, because there were some issues with the batteries, which is a shame, because I think VILLOs are really, really important for Brussels, because a lot of people who work also use them to take them at McDonald's Brucaire and then go up. So it's really an amazing thing to have in a city as Brussels. So
I agree with you. So the good thing about VILLO is, so it's a shared bike system for 35 euros a year. So you can, if you use them for longer than half an hour, you start paying, but the first half an hour, and you can get far in Brussels in half an hour. We're not that big as a city. So it's a really good system on a financial way. They're everywhere in Brussels, but the quality of the bikes and electrical bikes is not what you expect today with all the technology that exists today. What is the challenge with VILLO? It is a contract with JCDecaux, which is a company that provides advertisements and publicity in public space. So their goal is, and so they had a lot of spaces of publicity in exchange for bikes. And this might have been a good idea 15 years ago when we signed the contract, but today we say we need to separate those two things. Publicity, we need to have fewer publicity in public space, because it takes a lot also on road security. People are distracted. So having fewer publicity in public space, for me, it's important. And having a good shared bike system that evolves with the time and that has as goal to transport people, and not as goal, we have a contract and we want to keep it. The contract with JCDecaux is signed until 26. And I think the people who signed it in the time, they did a good thing because they negotiated. And at the time it was a good contract. But now they see, no, it's been for a too long a period, and technology has shown us different options. And so we are now preparing, what are we doing after 26? And so in my plans, it's a personal plan, but we're trying to implement it, it becomes part of public transport. So you have public transport, which is trains, buses, metro, trams, but it's always vehicles transporting. And I dream, and I'm trying to create this dream, that you can also take a bike with your subscription, and that it's part of public transport. And the public transport company has a contract with the government, so we just renewed that contract. And so we wrote in a part, okay, we want you to look in how you can make this part of the public transport. So the decision to do so needs to be taken. But we are now doing all the studies. Is this possible? Can this be done? What are the alternatives? If it's not a public transport company, can we do it differently? So we are preparing, because I make the same analysis as you. The system has so much potential and it's not fully used. We have VILLO. We also have other shared bike systems. So we have it's the free floating bike system. So those exist, but they're not as they're more expensive, because you really pay for the hour and they don't have this publicity contract behind it. But we are preparing the future, and we need to make sure that it will be better, because Brussels has, as you say, a lot of potential for shared biking.
Yeah, exactly. Because VILLO is really, the price is good and the locations are good. The free floating are a bit expensive, I would say, sometimes. And now with the tender that is done, how will you actually ensure that